Irish mythology speaks of creatures who roam the hills and forests as fairies. Stories of old, passed down orally, tell of these types of fallen angels, forbidden from re-entering heaven and avoiding hell, making their home on the earth, away from human society. And some Irish historians refer to them as the earth gods. One of the most rare and intriguing types of fairies is the leprechaun, a being of wealth, wisdom, and magic. They're immortal creatures, short in stature, and described as being very elfish in appearance, dressed in fine green or red suits and well-made shoes. They were thought to be shoemakers and expert craftsmen, who designed them for other types of fairies who danced and ran around all day long and wore their shoes out. The fairies then paid them handsomely in magical gold and silver, but sometimes this wasn't even enough. Leprechauns were known to steal lost gold and silver from humans as well, and accumulate and hoard their wealth, leading to stories and legends of trying to capture these creatures to find their stash. But they seem to be morally ambivalent, doing good sometimes, but also in other stories being more malevolent, and they are almost always depicted as being supernaturally wise tricksters who get the last laugh. The earliest known tale of a leprechaun-like creature is the medieval story Ectra Fergus MacLeddy, or The Adventures of Fergus, Son of Letty. In it, there's an episode in which Fergus, King of Ulster, falls asleep on the beach and wakes to find himself being dragged into the watery depths by 3 Leprechauns. He eventually captures his attempted abductors and comes to find that they have supernatural wish-granting powers, which they use to bargain for their release. This story emerged in medieval times, but historians think it may be far older. So what were they after when dragging the man into the sea? Were they just curious and bringing back some interesting prize? Or were they trying to drown the man? The motive remains mysterious and unclear, as is the rest of these few rare appearances by these creatures in old tales. Another ancient leprechaun story involves another man who managed to catch one, and the creature led him to a tree in the woods under which the leprechaun swore his treasure is buried. But after releasing him, the man realized he had no shovel, so he hung his red coat on it to mark the spot, but upon returning was amazed and baffled. Every tree in the forest now had a red coat hanging on it. Although possibly greedy themselves, they seem less than eager to indulge the greed of man. And many have hunted them over the centuries, but none as interesting as Kevin McCoylite Woods, also known as Ireland's last leprechaun whisperer. After several leprechaun hunts that yielded very little, in 2002, he found gold coins of mysterious origins. And contention over whether he planted the coins himself still goes on, but his claims get far stranger. According to Woods, the coins he found have given him a psychic connection with the Carag, an elder being who apparently served as the leader of the 236 surviving leprechauns secretly living in the region. And in 2009, the supposed 236 survivors in Ireland were afforded protection under the European Habitats Directive. According to legend, they live out at Slate Rock below Foy Mountain in the Cooley Mountains. Just one of another 1,000 mysteries still unsolved in the land of Ireland. For more on mythical creatures and gods and ancient mysteries, check out some of my videos here. Until next time.